In the corners of Nigeria's classrooms, a crisis is festering, one that affects over 31 million children and speaks volumes, not just about budgets, but about priorities. According to a report by the Universal Basic Education Commission, Nigeria has just over 900,000 teachers for 31.7 million pupils. That's a staggering teacher-to-pupil ratio of 1 to 35, which is far above the UNESCO standard of 1 to 25. It is not just about numbers, it is about lives. This shortfall means many children sit on bare floors in overcrowded classrooms, or worse, under trees. In Kano State, for instance, Governor Abba Kabir Yusuf says over 4.7 million pupils learn without desks or chairs. UBEC says Nigeria needs 694,000 teachers but only has 499,000. That's a shortfall of nearly 195,000 teachers. And it gets worse. In states like Abia, Bayelsa, Bauchi, Benue, Cross River, Ebonyi, Edo, Gombe, Jigawa, Kano, Kogi, Ogun, Plateau, Rivers, Taraba, and Zamfara states, not a single teacher was recruited between 2018 and 2022. So, is this a matter of cash? Well, not really, because the Universal Basic Education Commission reveals that as of November of 2024, 34 states and the FCT have failed to access 263 billion naira in federal matching grants, money already set aside to fix this particular crisis. So, why? Well, many states have failed to provide their counterpart funding, typically as little as 50% of the total required. In the first half of 2024, only Katsina and Kaduna State accessed these funds. The rest, well, they remain silent. From 2020 to 2023, 27 states didn't touch their education grants at all. Meanwhile, states are still budgeting just 5 to 8% of their resources for education, far below the 12% EU average from 2020 to 2023. But we've seen what's possible with political will. In June, Anambra State Governor Charles Soludo did what many couldn't or wouldn't. He released 6.15 billion naira in counterpart funding for UBEC grants and recruited 5,000 new teachers, all on merit. So, what's really at stake? It's not just about classrooms, it's about credibility, it's equity, it's the very future of Nigeria's workforce. We now have over 1 million unemployed education graduates, yet schools are empty of qualified teachers. Why is that? Well, because they are underpaid, underappreciated, and increasingly under siege. Some states still pay as low as 18,000 naira per month, years after the national minimum wage was adjusted first to 30,000 naira and now to the recent 70,000 naira minimum wage. Across the country, qualified educators are abandoning the classrooms, not because they don't want to teach anymore, but because they can't survive doing it. From stagnant salaries to unpaid months of work, the message is clear. The system does not value them. Now, contrast that with Rwanda, where in 2022, the government increased primary school teachers' salaries by 88% and their counterparts in secondary schools by 40%. That move came after over 1,000 teachers were reportedly quitting on a monthly basis. Today, teachers in Rwanda are not only better paid, but supported with housing loans and cooperative schemes. And the results are quite clear: a stabilizing workforce and an improved classroom outcome. Botswana takes it even further, with over 21% of its government budget going directly to education. It boasts a literacy rate of nearly 89% and pays teachers between $8,000 to $11,000 equivalent on an annual basis, a competitive wage in its context. Now, it is no coincidence that Botswana ranks 29th globally in skills development and Nigeria languishes at the very bottom. This is not a funding crisis. It is a governance failure. It is the deliberate mismanagement of available resources, the lack of vision to empower teachers, the absence of courage to treat education as a sacred national investment. And the outcome is, well, a system barely holding itself together, pushing millions of children further into learning poverty. But it is not too late. Investing in education is not a charity. It is nation building. The question is, do we have the political will to act? Or will we keep watching from the sidelines while our classrooms crumble? Well, let's not forget, no nation rises above the quality of its teachers.